Our guest, Eno Yaw. Let's talk about Sir Albert Howard. He's on the list here as a person of prominence we should know about.
Well, he's known as the father of organic agriculture, which is a little crazy because he did his work from about 1900 to 1950, 1940, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Because nature was really the father or mother or both of organic agriculture. But he was sent by the British Crown to India to teach people there how to grow things.
Okay.
With artificial fertilizer. And when he got there, he said, I soon realized that they had to teach me how to grow things because they knew what they were doing. So he abandoned the idea of teaching people to use artificial fertilizer and spent decades in India doing experiments with growing stuff, always with compost and manure, no pesticides. No, there weren't pesticides really until probably the 40s. But he's got example after example in his writings of plants that are diseased, and the idea is you should treat them somehow, and his point of view always was just lots of manure, lots of compost, and the plants are fine. So he's a pretty remarkable guy.
I must admit I'd never heard of him before.
Yeah, I knew of him for years.
I thought it was like a snooty brother of Mo Howard of the Three Stooges.
Well, he's actually Sir Albert Howard.
Sir Albert.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right up there with Paul McCartney.
Sir Paul McCartney. Sir Waxer, the car wash up in Milwaukee. Very, very. He was just a regular knave. But okay, so now, so he listed. He learned a lot. Now, did he bring what he learned back to Great Britain?
I don't really know. He went all over the place, though. He was in Africa. He was in the West Indies. And learned stuff, learned what people were doing, and then also told them about his things. It was like the purest kind of way of doing things.
He just shows up and starts talking about manure.
Well, probably not on a street corner or anything. But yeah, kind of. I mean, he had a lot of connections over time, and he met people, other people who were doing stuff like that and so on. But he very much didn't like the idea of the university expert who comes in and says, you have to do this and this and this. He very much was kind of like a rebel.
But I look around now and I see I've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and have beaten it basically in 2 months by turning around my entire diet. That was diabetes around when Sir Albert Howard was around. That's an American.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think when was type 2 diabetes even labeled? I don't know.
Well, everything's like a sequel, like Jaws 2, Diabetes 2. Just when you thought it was safe to eat the jelly beans.
There's a lot of diseases of civilization, like cancer, that aren't found in other cultures.
Yes.
The Hunzas in the Himalayas have, they don't have doctors, they have bone setters because they live in the mountains and people fall down and break their arms. But they don't need doctors. They don't have...
What's their diet?
Their diet is, I know a little bit about it. They eat meat on holidays, on feast days. And I believe they use apricots for their oil. I think it could be almonds, but they don't have. They press it just as they need it, and they drink water from the Himalayas. The water that comes down the glacier, kind of like when glacier melts or whatever happens when water runs down the side of a mountain.
Well, I think mountain lions probably pee in it.
And then, I'm ignoring that.
Okay,
and then,
please do.
And then we think the water picks up minerals.
Yeah.
It's very cloudy.
Yeah.
Someone once drilled a well for them, and they wouldn't drink that water. They would drink the water that
because of the taste, or because they knew it was not right, or what? Why did they not drink that water?
I wasn't there.
Well, you gotta be more prepared when you come in here. You know, I want you to take a trip.
I'm leaving tonight.
We're going to the Himalayas.
For the Himalayas.
Why don't you people drink this water? We want to know this. Now, there was one time. Are you familiar with multi-level, the Amway types? And there's always some kind of new product, and especially in a downtime in the economy like now. everybody and their grandma is trying to get you to join some kind of multi-level business. And one of them that somebody approached me on, and my answer to get people to go away is, if I have to be as annoying to my friends and contacts as you are to me, I don't want anything to do with this business. And that always shuts them right down. It's never about the product. Usually it's about the system. Mm-hmm. You know, if you get 72 people tomorrow and they get 72 people and you'll get a cut of that, it's never about the product. So one of the products that they were selling was some kind of algae. I think it was called blue-green algae. Are you familiar with that?
I think algae is good for you, actually.
But at my point, it was in the Himalayas, in some large lake, Lake Titicaca or something funny.
I don't think it was that.
Yes, it was. No, that's a real lake. Okay. That's not.
But it's not in the Himalayas, is it?
Oh, I don't know.
No, I thought it was like in Iowa or something.
No. It's not that. It's somewhere in the. Well, it's not in Iowa.
It sounds like Bullcaca.
Bullcaca. We're gonna look up Titicaca when we go to the commercial here.
America.
South America. Oh, well, wherever it is, there was. I'm gonna look up blue-green algae, and allegedly that was the only large lake in the world that grew this stuff. And they put a little pill forms, and they sold it for $150 a bottle or whatever it was, a treatment. But it was supposedly really good for you.
It could be. There's a lot of the green stuff is good for you.
Yeah.
Wheatgrass juice, very good for you.
Really?
Yeah. And I've heard don't eat anything white.
Well, at least not flour.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. Cauliflower is white.
But it's a little off-white. I don't even. It's even. No, that's what I've heard. I've heard people say if you're trying to be completely healthy, don't eat anything white, or don't eat anything blue because nothing that is natural is blue.
And don't eat the yellow snow.
Yeah.
From the Himalayas, that's pretty good.
I guess that rules out blue cheese. That's two bad colors in white and blue, I suppose.
Well, but it's not really blue. I mean, if you look at it, it's.
How about blueberries? They're blue.
But they're purple. Blueberries are not blue. They're
grapes
purple.
are purple. Sorry about that, Eno. We have bad equipment here.
Well, I'm taking your shock mount apart here.
Okay, well, we're going to get our crack team of pit stop experts, and then we got a phone call flooding in. This is the biggest show we've ever done. You know, we got one phone call. We're going to be right back. Yeah, Mothership, now hung up. Hey, I want a pizza delivered. Sorry. 867-5309. No, Jenny is not here. We're the Mothership Connection, 262-694-1050. Call us, Eno Yaw in studio, Shelley, Maas-Hernandez, Greg Deguire. I'm Dobie Maxwell. We got a long way to go, so take it easy, Greasy. Got a long way to slide. Coming right back, AM 1050, WLIP.
You're listening to the Mothership Connection on AM 1050 WLIP, your cosmic link to the other side.
Linking cosmically since 2008. We are the Mothership Connection on your Sunday evening. What are we going to do when football starts? I hope we have listeners now, but when football starts,
I don't know.
You know, we have to be as interesting
we'll be distracted
as possible.
in here as well, probably.
Maybe we need to do podcasts or something so people can listen whenever they want.
There you go.
Hard to listen. Nowadays, you know, it used to be, boy, you waited for a TV show to come on, and if you missed it, you missed it. Now, right?
Yep.
You record anything?
TiVo it.
TiVo.
Or DVR it, yep.
Go right through the commercials. I'd hate to be a sponsor. Yeah, I got on the Super Bowl, and people go right past it. Don't even want to see your crap. We're the Mothership Connection on your Sunday evening. Joining us in studio, 2bitguru.com is his website. Eno Yaw, Enoyaw, is a good friend and a guest, and hopefully he will become a more regular part of the show. He's just an interesting guy. He's an organic gardener. We have a phone call flooding in. We'll talk to them in just a second. We're talking about, now you guys were talking about a concept off the air, which I thought was very interesting. What was it called?
Paleo diet.
Paleo diet.
Yeah.
What would that be?
Meat and vegetables, pretty much. Somebody said it's like the Atkins diet.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yep.
So there's
I don't know about diets much.
No?
Not really.
You just eat whatever. What does a guy like you eat? I mean, I know that...
I eat meat. Not every day.
Right.
But I'm trying to be a Hansa.
A what?
Hansa?
Gesundheit. You do and you'll clean it up. You and your Hansa.
Didn't we talk? It's a Japanese car.
A Hansa.
I think.
I have a joke about that, which I cannot say in the air. But will you hear it at the commercial? Go ahead. A Hansa. What is a Hansa?
A Hansa is the guy who lives in the Himalayas. Remember the mountain?
Yeah, I remember that.
What, did we talk about that, or did I dream it?
You just dreamed it. No, you talked about the person. I didn't know that's what they were called.
Hansas.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Hansa Land is called. I don't know exactly where it is either.
Where are the Himalayas? I was just going to get ready to try to look up where the Himalayas are.
Nepal, India.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Wow, Mr. Geography.
Thank you.
Pretty good.
Really? Could you find Franksville with a map?
I don't even need a map. I can drive there.
You can drive to Franksville. I think we have a phone call.
Yeah, we do.